Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Yes, today is a bit different. I am vlogging. This is something I used to do when I first started my YouTube channel. I haven't done it in a while because honestly, not a lot of subscribers were watching those videos, but in the last video that I just uploaded, it was that adorable St. Patrick's Day Matchbox video. It was a paper crafting DIY, and we all know that there is a crisis going on right now. And whether we want to admit it or not, it is. The nation is in a state of emergency. And so it has caused a lot of people to just want to stay home, and really try to control the environment in which they live in and not expose themselves or their family to anything unnecessarily by going out and about. And so in the comment section of that last video, so many of you asked me if I would talk about what's going on, that it's not something that I typically do, but you just wanted to hear what life was like for me, my family, and what's been going on in my area. So I do live in California, and I want to say, I feel like we were one of the last states, and I could be completely wrong and uneducated when I say this, but I feel like there were so many other states that got hit before us way harder. And in my area now, there's like 49 cases, I think, that are documented. And so who knows how many are undocumented because there aren't any tests that are readily available. Unless you order one and it takes a week and a half to get. And I only know that because my husband is a fire captain, an LA County fire captain, and they wanted to just get a heads up and get ahead of things to find out that if a firefighter started feeling sick, which none at his station have, what they needed to do, what steps they needed to take to make sure and decipher whether it was the flu or the virus. And they just said that they'd have to order a test, but it would take a week and a half and then another 3 days to get the results. So it's kind of like 2 weeks, which I feel like is senseless. And so I guess if you just don't feel good, you're supposed to just self-quarantine as long as your symptoms aren't really bad. And so a couple days ago, we decided that because Kayla, our 20-year-old daughter who still lives at home, she does have a compromised respiratory system, and this is something that she has had for about 8 years now. We first noticed it in soccer. We thought it was sport-induced asthma, and it wasn't. Her lung function was never super great. The numbers were never really great, and she sees a pulmonary doctor at UCLA. And so that is how serious her respiratory issues are. And so because of that, I felt that it was necessary that we needed to limit going out of the house and our social, interaction, like they're saying on the news, because I just didn't want to take the chance and me bringing anything home to her. I'm one of those people, if I'm going to get it, I'm going to get it. I think I can fight it off. That could be a gamble. It's not something I want, but I feel like I'm a healthy enough person that I would fight it off. But I don't want to be the cause of giving it to Kayla. And so that is my main worry. And so with that being said, a couple of days ago, we did decide that we weren't going to go out unless we absolutely needed to. And so let's rewind a little bit. A few days before that, I'm really going to just tell it all to you. A week and a half ago, I got in a car accident, not a bad one. And a lady hit my passenger side fender, and I will be honest with you, I am super OCD about my car. I am that person that parks all the way out in the parking lot. I don't like dents. I don't like scratches. And when I do get a dent, the paintless dent guy comes out and fixes my car. So when she hit me, she had hit me outside of my husband's station, and I couldn't even get out of the car. I was so just like frustrated that she did what she did that Jeff had to handle it because I didn't want to be ugly or show anger toward her. So I just stayed in the car and I let Jeff deal with it, and he did. So the other day, Kayla and I finally, nowadays, I guess you have to make an appointment to get your car fixed at the auto body shops. I thought that you could just drop it off. shows you how long it's been since I've gotten in an accident. But no, I had to wait. So I had to drive my car around for a week. Thankfully, nobody was hurt and it was drivable, but it still stung every time I walked up on it and saw the front end of my car munched. Insert picture here. Yes. And so Kayla and I dropped off my car at the body place to get fixed, and it is there now. But we decided that because a couple days before that, we had been at Walmart getting some Waverly chalk paint, and we started noticing that the shelves were kind of getting empty. And noticed that they weren't really stocking them back up, or if they were getting, such a huge, crowd of people that they were emptying the shelves again. And so when we left there, I was driving home and I just kept thinking like, wow, should we be doing something that we're not doing? And, I guess that snowball effect just kind of happened. And as I got home, I started talking to Jeff and I just thought like, what if we need dog food for the dogs in like a week and it's gone and the stores can't replenish it? Or if we need guinea pig food, like my guinea pigs are our babies. We have a lot of guinea pigs and we love them to pieces and they need fresh vegetables. And so I was like, what if we can't get those? I don't want the guinea pigs to do without their vitamins. And of course, I was worried about us, Allie with her chicken nuggets, and just eating at home in general. We're not people that eat out a lot. And so as I started seeing the shelves empty out, I started thinking, how long is it going to take for them to replenish and restock these shelves if every store in California, the US is wiping out all of the products? Like, I can't imagine that it's going to be very easy for them to restock the shelves. And that is where I think, I don't like to use the word panic, but I did get scared. When my mindset went there, I instantly thought like, okay, tomorrow when we go drop my car off, we have to go and maybe get some guinea pig food, dog food, and maybe some frozen food. I guess the same logic that everybody else had that was thinking ahead of time that they were going to self quarantine. And I was late to the party, the shopping party, but Kayla and I went and we did stock up on some frozen food. We were able to get some canned beans and rice. The meat section was completely gone. We were not able to get any meat, but I was lucky enough to find like that fajita brand chicken and steak that comes in a bag. It's like an orange and black bag or a red and black bag. And so I picked up 2 bags of each of that just so we'd have some kind of a meat protein that we could add to pasta or something. And so I'm pretty well stocked on soup anyway because we love soup and sandwiches. But like the bread was kind of a hard thing to find. And when we couldn't find the bread, I thought, okay, how about we look for flour? The flour was gone, the sugar was gone. And I was like, oh my word, like this is bad. This isn't good. And so we decided to go to a few different stores hoping for a different outcome. And luckily, we were able to get bread. We were able to get flour and sugar. I have to have sugar in my coffee. I'm sorry, I do. And for flour, I like to make crepes and stuff like that. And I like to make homemade bread. That's nothing new. And so, yeah, we didn't go crazy, but we did get a fair amount of food. So that way we could be at home for at least 3 weeks and not have to leave. And so that really is what life is like in my area. Yesterday was, or I guess I should say 2 days ago, because I'm posting this on Sunday. So Friday, I decided that, go figure this out. This is kind of funny. So Friday, after Jeff and I talked, I decided that I was going to take Allison out of school and put her on independent study, and I was going to do it on a week-by-week basis. And so Friday, before I picked her up from school, I went into the office. I signed the contract. I pulled her out of school. They gave me this humongous work packet for her, which is fine. And then we went on independent study. And later on that day, 3 hours later, they closed the schools, and Allie and I think maybe 2 other people in her class were the only ones who signed the contract that they would do this work and have it done. And the rest of the class doesn't have any work. But when you think about that, you think like, okay, at least we have the curriculum and pages for her to do, because I know that when she's off for 3 weeks, she kind of tends to forget what's going on in class. So it's probably, no, it's not probably, it is good that she has this packet and she can just do 1 or 2 pages a day just to keep her brain going. And so, yeah, my son is an LA County deputy and he was on vacation, and they called and cut his vacation in half and told him that he has to go to work, back to work next Wednesday, or this Wednesday coming up. And so Ray was a bit worried because he lives with 4 other deputies about 45 minutes away from me, because he just moved out about 7 or 8 weeks ago. And so he was a little worried. He is a bit of a germaphobe, and he just was kind of like, "Hey mom, do you mind if I come home for my vacation and just stay there?" And I was like, "Fine, just know that at some point there's not going to be the coming and going. You're going to have to stay in the house whether you get cabin fever or not, or leave and be gone." And I really shouldn't even say that, because if he got it, I would want him to come home so I could take care of him. But I just don't want it happening because he's bored and going in and out of the house. You know what I mean? And so we're all bored. This stinks for all of us. Would we all rather be doing other things? Of course. Do we all want life back to normal? Of course. But I feel like this is serious enough that we just need to kind of grin and bear it. And that really is my mentality. This is a new for me, because I'm not one who ever really sits down and watches TV. I will try to sit down and watch TV, and in an hour show, I will probably get up several times, because it is really hard for me just to sit down and relax. So maybe it's good for me not to have anything to do. I don't know. I'm going a little stir crazy. I am a little bored. I want to do some DIYing, but I can't go to the Dollar Tree. Don't want to go to Michael's. Don't want to go to Walmart. I'm sure the craft section is fully stocked at Walmart. People aren't buying craft supplies, so I'd probably be able to get everything I needed there and Michael's, because I'm sure the last place people are is at Michael's. But, like I said, right now I'm just trying to limit going out, and until this big huge hit comes, because they say it's not if, it's when it comes. And so I figure if we're in the house before it comes to our area and we stay germ free, then hopefully just by staying in the house it'll just pass us by. And I know that a lot of you are going to say, if you're going to get it, you're going to get it. You're right. This is true. There is nothing, yes, you can get it, and there's nothing you can do about it if you do. But the problem with that is that if you end up having a bad case of this, the issue is the hospitals. Do they have the manpower and the capability of helping however many people that get it, that end up with pneumonia and maybe need to be put on a respirator or be intubated? They only have so many of those machines. And so I believe that Kayla read an article about that was a main issue in China. And that is why so many people died, was because yes, they were older, and yes, some of them did have underlying health issues, but had they had the access to the equipment that was needed for the mass amounts of people that ended up with it, the bad cases, they might have had a better chance of survival. And so I think that that's what everybody really needs to think of. And you could disagree with me. I'm sure somebody in the comments is going to say something about me being wrong, but this is a true fact. And my mentality is that of, we need to help out our healthcare system, the workers, the doctors, the nurses, the hospitals, because they're getting hit with this. And I'm sure that it doesn't feel real good to them to have to turn people away or watch people pass, because they just don't have the capability of doing what needs to be done for every individual. And so that is also something, that I think about a lot as well. And so, yeah, I mean, life here, it is what it is. We're bored. I'm trying to think of things to do, DIYs to bring to you all. And I'm really kind of feeling flat right now. I just don't know what to bring, because I don't want to bring you all the Dollar Tree DIYs and you all not be able to get access to the products. And so I feel like, you know, I've got my Cricut, I've got a lot of scrapbooking paper, and so maybe I'll just bring to you some real fun scrapbooking crafts and ideas that you could do with yourself and your kids.
In a microwave.
What is that?
Chocolate.
Go ahead.
How long?
Just try like 2-0 start and then do 2-0 start again.
Okay.
Allie wants to melt chocolate in a bowl because I think she wants to dip marshmallows in it. And so she was asking me, it was in a little ramekin, and she said, Mom, can I melt this? And so I told her to do it in 20-second increments. My iced coffee must have. So yeah, that is really life as I know it right now. I think there are a couple Easter and spring DIYs that I am going to bring to you that were previously recorded that I really want to get up before Easter comes, because I did do the DIYs and I think that they're really ones that you're going to enjoy, especially the one that I did using the Easter pink and blue truck. Oh my word. That DIY was one that I had no idea where I was going with it, and I just decided to start with it and go with it, and it was just kind of a as I do it type of DIY, and it really came out better than I thought, and it actually turned out to be, I would say, one of my top 10 favorite DIYs that I've ever done, and so I really like it a lot. And so what is the other one? Oh yeah, and I do have one using the larger Easter plastic eggs, one that I think you're absolutely going to love. So you'll have to stay tuned for those. A subscriber in the comment did make a suggestion about bringing back the Throwback Thursdays. And so I think I'm going to do that. Go back to those older videos where the editing and the sound and the lighting wasn't so great, but do a bit more editing on it and see if I can kind of improve the quality and do a better voiceover on it. And so I'll bring you some of those older DIYs in a newer version for a lot of you newer subscribers as well. And I think that that will kind of help pass the time in between now and when things simmer down a bit. And that really is all I have for you. If you all want to see more of these vlogs over the next couple of weeks while we're here at home, if you want to see us making some meals with some of the stuff that I got, with the rice, with the beans, with the pastas, let me know in the comments below, and heck, I'll record them and I'll bring them to you because I'm not doing anything else. I'm bored, guys. I am so stinking bored. It's killing me. I thought, okay, well, Survivor started, and it was all of the old survivors, all the winners, which is something Kayla and I have wanted them to do for a long time. And so we watched the first episode, and I haven't been able to watch any episodes since. And so I do want to watch that. I wish they would have brought back Russell, though, even though he didn't win, because he really was one of Kayla and I's favorites. But I think I'll watch that. I haven't been able to watch When Calls the Heart since it came back on for its new season. And so I'll definitely have to watch that. And gosh, I think that's it. You know, I started watching Grey's Anatomy on Netflix. Now I'm just babbling from season 1 because I thought, okay, this is really getting past the time. I can binge watch this while I'm crafting, while I'm doing anything. And that'll be good. Grey's Anatomy is always a good one. I don't know. What Netflix shows do you guys watch? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, I think I've gabbed enough, but this is a vlog, so if you didn't want to see it, you didn't have to watch it. If you did stay to see it, then it means that you just wanted to hang out and hear me chat for a while. Like I said, let me know in the comments below if you want to see more of me vlogging over the next couple weeks, letting you know what I'm up to. Until next time, everybody, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you're notified every time I'm uploading a new video. And let's get this vlog to 5,000 likes. That's probably going to be a bit hard because it is a vlog, but we'll see. I haven't done one in a couple years. So surprise me. Let's get it to 5,000 and then I'll do more vlogs. Not permanently, but just over the next couple of weeks because we're all going to be bored. I'd like to hear what you all are doing to keep yourself busy and to pass time. Until next time, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day because you still can. And happy staying in your houses and happy crafting on a budget with whatever you have in your stash. And bye for now, everybody.